Okay, so hold on here. Metroid Prime 4 was listed on Amazon Advance Wars, and the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has changes in the eShop. Is Nintendo really about to reveal an Advance Wars date, Tears of the Kingdom, a new Metroid Prime 4 trailer, as well as a new Pikmin 4 trailer? I mean, those alone would make this February Nintendo Direct incredible. Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the RoboChan Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwave or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. If you're new here and want to be kept up on everything gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the video and dislike if not. In this video, we are going to go over some games that have potentially leaked out ahead of the February Nintendo Direct due to a company listing the game early, as well as some bad news that could end up happening if this listing is true for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, it helps the video reach more viewers when you do, and comment your favorite Mario game, it'll help the video get pushed. My Twitter handle is RoboRob93 as well if you want to follow me on Twitter. Without further delay, let's continue with the video. So the Nintendo Direct is just about 6 hours away, and already companies are starting to list some interesting games that range from very exciting to pretty worrying. The first one we're going to talk about is the Amazon listing. Now, companies listing games happens all the time right before events. It happens before E3, the Sony State of Play, Xbox Directs, and of course Nintendo Direct. Now, usually this means that games will be shown in that event in some way, shape, or form. Now, my thought was that Metroid Prime 4 wouldn't show up until the E3 Nintendo Direct. I really didn't think we would see Metroid Prime 4 at the Nintendo Direct since Nintendo has all of these games already on their list and things that they gotta get out. I thought that they would just wait until the E3 Direct. But recent news has appeared for Metroid Prime 4 with pre-orders going live with not one retailer but two retailers, Amazon and Best Buy. These changes in the system could mean that we could see Metroid Prime 4 at the Nintendo Direct, which would be absolutely insane and get me really excited. Now this would bring up the question, how far is Metroid Prime 4 in development? We haven't really seen anything from this game, so the fact that they would show it here potentially is pretty incredible and means that it could be farther along in development than we think, even if it restarted its development, which it has been a while since it restarted its development, so it wouldn't be too shocking, I guess. Now what does this mean for future event showings for Metroid Prime 4, like the E3 Nintendo Direct? Well, this could mean that Nintendo could tease us now on Metroid Prime 4, then give us a big old gameplay reveal trailer during that E3 Nintendo Direct, which also would be pretty amazing. And this does make a lot of sense when it comes to the brand of Metroid Prime and Metroid. Don't know why I said Metroid like that. If you guys didn't hear about it, there was some Nintendo news about Metroid Dread selling the most out of all of the Metroid and Metroid Prime games, which is pretty big for a company that wants to sell as much games as possible. So Nintendo treating Metroid Prime 4 like one of their bigger games, like say Zelda or Mario, or even the slightly smaller games like Kirby, is something that I could see happening. So why is this important? Well, this could be a start of Nintendo considering Metroid a bigger franchise. And when Nintendo considers things bigger franchises and it pulls more people in, it means that they're going to be promoting it a lot more, which means we can get more news more concurrently on these games. Now, of course, now that I set your expectations high, it's time to completely dash them. It could not happen. We could not have a trailer. That is always a possibility. I want to make sure you guys understand that. Now, not only has this game been listed, but The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has also been popping up as well on Amazon, Best Buy, and even GameStop with pre-orders. The bad news here is the eShop has been popping up as well, and the price is pretty disappointing. So the price on The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is $70. Now this is something that I think could happen to a lot of games in the long run. I wouldn't be shocked if Nintendo ends up raising the prices for their games. This is not the only $70 game on the eShop as well. If you guys remember, I did a news story about the Skyrim edition being $70 as well. Now, good thing here is that since then they have taken the listing down, so this could have been an error. That is always a possibility, which I'm hoping it was, because I do not want to pay $70 for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I would, because I'm really excited for the game, but I'd rather save $10 and, I don't know, buy a pizza or something, and eat that pizza while I'm playing The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Or better yet, buy pop for that caffeine to play The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom all night. Now let's say there is a price increase for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom by $10. Let's say it's going to cost $70. Is this a bad thing or a good thing, and how should we react? Well, I know the age-old talking point about inflation is gonna be brought up, and that I do somewhat agree on. There isn't really anything we can do about that, right? I mean, that's out of our hands. A lot of things right now are costing a lot more, and that's just the reality. Another point I've seen people bring up is that Zelda is a pretty big name. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is a huge game, so development costs for the game would be higher. Add in the delays that happen, and it would cost even more than usual. So maybe if this does cost $70, maybe that's why Nintendo is doing this, because the development cost was higher. Personally though, I don't like it, but if it happens, I understand it. But with that being said, the only way I would let this slide and not give that good old rant is if the Switch Pro does come out sometime in the 1 or 2 years. Or I mean in the next 1 or 2 years. Like if the dev costs go up because they're making the consoles more powerful and they're going to be putting more resolution, FPS, and just overall better graphics for these games, then yeah, I pay an extra $10 on the bigger games, not the smaller games. I don't want to see every single game that doesn't need to be $70, $70. And even then it would still bother me. If I had my way, it would be $60 all the time. And that's why I'm not running a gaming company. Now circling back to the Nintendo Direct. How big is this Nintendo Direct going to be exactly? I'm expecting a few surprises here and there because they said mostly in 2023, so that means there's going to be some in the back half of 2023. But if Metroid Prime 4 is appearing, Tears of the Kingdom with a new trailer, Pikmin 4 also, because there were some changes in the eShop for that game as well. If we get all of those plus some other third-party games and indie games, I think this is going to be a pretty big Nintendo Direct, which is pretty exciting. And moving on, I do want to do an add-on to my last video, which I did some predictions. I do want to add a couple games in there. So this is going to be the prediction, or I guess part 2 of the prediction for the February Nintendo Direct. So another thing I forgot is the Nintendo Switch Online Service games. I don't know how I forgot about that in the video. So I'm predicting that we will get some new Nintendo Switch Online Service games revealed. I have a feeling that we won't get a new console. I have a feeling it's going to be more Nintendo 64 games. Kind of like when we saw the whole slew of new Nintendo 64 games with Pokemon Stadium and 007. I think it's going to be kind of like that, and they're going to give us some release dates for that. Now, if we're talking slightly unrealistic expectations for the Nintendo Switch Online Service add-ons, I think we could get Game Boy Advance. I want to say Game Boy because I think that's more realistic, but I kind of just want to say Game Boy Advance because I really would love to see Game Boy Advance games on the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, I think there is a small possibility that Game Boy Advance games could be added. Now, one could say that, well, they would bring Game Boy games first and then Game Boy Advance, so that could also be a possibility. Maybe we'll get Game Boy games now and Game Boy Advance games at the E3 Nintendo Direct. Overall, I think there is a possibility for a new console to be added to the Nintendo Switch Online Service. Next up, we are definitely gonna get new Mario Kart DLC announcements. I definitely think it's time for that. It's been a while since the last one was revealed and released, so I think it's time for the next wave. You know what? I haven't actually thought about this in a while. What if they reveal Mario Kart 9? That would be crazy. I mean, they wouldn't do that because they're still going through the DLC for Mario Kart 8, but I mean, when is that gonna come? My super early prediction for that, not even on this Nintendo Direct, is that Mario Kart 9 will probably be saved for a Switch 2 or the next Nintendo console. I think that's when they're gonna do it. I think they're just gonna go through the DLC, rack up sales from that, and then go to Mario Kart 9. And I'm wondering, where do you go from here, right? What do you do that hasn't been done before in the Mario Kart series? You just do the Mario Kart Ultimate, like Smash Bros. Ultimate? Maybe they could do that. I don't know, but it's going to be really exciting. I also think a Mario game is going to be revealed as well. I think we're definitely going to get a Mario game. Now, also, potentially, I think not at this Direct, but at the E3 Nintendo Direct, I think we're going to get a reveal for a new Zelda game. I know that sounds crazy since Tears of the Kingdom hasn't come out yet, but think about it. If they didn't reveal a Zelda game last year, they have to reveal one this year. There's no way they're going 2 years without a new Zelda reveal. This could be a remaster, this could be a remake, this could be a whole new iteration of Link, it could be a new Toon Link game, I don't know, but I think there's definitely going to be a new Zelda revealed at the E3 Nintendo Direct. I don't know why I'm doing E3 Nintendo Direct predictions in this video, but here they are. And those are just a couple ones I wanted to add on from the last video that I didn't cover in the last video. But overall, what do you guys think? Do you think that Metroid Prime 4 is going to show up at the Nintendo Direct? Do you think that we're going to be getting a Tears of the Kingdom trailer? Do you think we're going to get a Pikmin trailer? Like, what do you think is going to happen in the next couple hours at the February Nintendo Direct? Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you hopefully when I'm streaming the Nintendo Direct. And if not, on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.